How should we summon the Lennox?
Lennox.
Housekeeping. Dun, 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 dun.
What the heck?
Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest needs no introduction.
You are wearing a robe like Darth Vader.
He recently woke me up to rid his window screen of a grasshopper. That was like in the middle of the night, right?
Yeah. He was like, you guys.
And then I went to his room and there was it a cricket or a grasshopper?
I think it was a grasshopper. It was big and scary.
On the outside of his window screen.
Outside of your screen.
It was so scary.
And I flicked it, my middle finger, and to be fair, it did have like prickly leg hair, so it
like
stayed.
Me?
Yeah, like you, after 3 hours after shaving, but it stayed there. Like I flicked it, I was like, oh, I got this, Len. I was like, I'm gonna show Lennox Albert what a real man does to a grasshopper. And then I flick it, and it's stuck there, and I was like, oh shit. So I flicked it, but it had its prickly leg hair intertwined with our window screen. Took 5 flicks. Eventually,
5 flicks.
Eventually, I got it. But Lennox cowered in fear. Why didn't you flick it, Len?
I didn't want to touch it. What if it tried to bite me? What if it broke through the window? What if it ate through the window and came into here? Started flying around. It would be so scary.
Do grasshoppers fly?
Yes. How do you think you got to my window?
Why did you come into our bedroom last night?
Why not? I couldn't fall asleep.
Yeah, do you know what time it was you came in our room last night?
No. Was it early?
Was it early? And then you stayed in our room till 2 p.m. today in our bed.
Well.
And Frankie was sleeping at your feet.
What time was it?
I don't know what time it was. We were asleep. It was the middle of the night to us.
Help me give a warm welcome to the lovely, the talented Lennox Albert Garcia. Lennox, do you have a fun fact for us?
No.
Aww.
All right. Fun fact. So Lennox came to me a few months ago and he said, I need a mouse. And I was like, why do you need a mouse? And he needed a computer mouse.
Oh, not a live rodent?
Right.
A computer mouse, okay.
For his laptop. And I had a spare mouse along with my 60 USB cables. But I had a spare mouse. And I was like, well, here's a mouse, Lennox. And then about a month ago, he said, well, you brought me this news that he lost the mouse. The mouse was gone.
Yeah, this is when he was still in school. He thought someone at school stole his mouse.
Yeah.
Because it was gone.
Yeah.
He couldn't find it.
So I was like, okay, well, obviously a mouse is very important to Lennox's lifestyle. So I hop on Walmart and I get the On brand ONN. It's Walmart's generic brand. It's very cheap. The mouse is $10. So we get him a new mouse and all is gravy, all is good. And then a few weeks ago, you dive into his backpack and you find the old mouse.
Yes. The missing, allegedly stolen mouse.
Yeah.
It was right there.
What happened, Lennox?
Okay, so I left it on my desk before. I don't know what happened.
You have a desk?
At school.
Oh, at school. Okay.
And I thought I put it in my backpack, and then I looked through my backpack when I got home like 12 times, and I couldn't find it.
12 times?
I looked through his backpack for 2 minutes and I found it.
You're no forensics expert, Lennox. 12 times. So you have 2 mice right now, right?
Yes.
Why do you need a mouse? Because I've known you for a couple years and you've never needed a mouse. A few months ago you needed a mouse.
Well, it's better. I like it more than the mouse pad thing.
The trackpad. For gaming.
No, just in general.
Ah, okay.
Are you going to take a mouse to school and keep it in your desk? And are you going to keep one at home? Because now you have two.
Probably, yeah.
Well, okay. On the very first day of school, if your teacher says, I want everyone in the room to tell us something about themselves, what would you say?
I'm scared of grasshoppers.
Grasshoppers on your window screen that pose no threat. Although, there was a bug on his window screen.
Oh, gosh.
That, like, I tried to do something and it like squirted some nectar, right?
Some unidentified bug. It squirted Lennox.
Yeah.
And what happened, son?
I took a shower.
How many?
Maybe multiple showers.
He took
Good.
multiple showers
Good
because
man.
this bug sprayed him.
Smart man.
So I understand why he's like now scarred because
Have PTSD for bugs.
Yeah.
bugs on your windows.
PTSD from bugs.
I'm
We
scared.
we had to wash everything.
We washed his blankets, his
Yeah.
clothes. He took multiple showers.
Yeah.
What kind of bug sprays you through a window screen? That is gross. I'm on your side, Len, with this.
Yeah. Same.
Although I think a grasshopper is pretty harmless, other than being creepy.
Sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
They can bite. I think they can.
Through a
I
window
mean-
screen?
What if they... No, I don't know.
They probably bite. Can they bite through a window screen? I'm not sure.
Probably not.
I don't know. Those the prickly leg hair was something to defeat. Good thing I lift and I'm really strong.
Bugs are creepy. I hate them. I hate
Yeah.
all bugs, insects. Get out of my face.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want one on my window screen either.
The Africanized killer bees, the murder hornets. Don't like Google image close up of bug, because once you see their
Ew.
eyes and their little tentacles and their
He has books in his bedroom with like close up pictures of bugs.
throw them
Yeah, I
away.
used to think they were interesting until I got sprayed by a bug and they horrified me.
They are interesting. Burn those books.
That's
Burn your room.
Get rid of those books now.
Yeah. Do you have a fun fact, Len, or a depressing discussion? Or...
I'll think of one, but no, not right now.
Okay. You're headed back to school on Wednesday.
Yeah.
How would you describe your summer break, Lennox?
Sleep.
Yeah.
Stay up late, sleep, and fun.
Minecraft, YouTube,
Yes. Roblox.
and Roblox.
First time leaving the state.
Yeah, you went to Utah. You went on
That's
an
fun.
airplane.
Ah.
You have slept a lot and stayed up all night, slept
Too
all
much.
day.
Yeah. Every morning I wake up and his door's closed. I open said door. His light's on. His TV's on to YouTube something or
Oh,
other.
shoot.
And then his window is closed, and it's like it's musty like Dixie D'Amelio. So I open the window, I turn off the light, and I turn off the television.
You take a picture of him
And then I
sleeping
take
on
a
his
picture
floor.
of him, and I send it to my wife. That's you, honey. And then I put it on my Facebook story for Kathy Lewis to see.
Lennox,
Yeah.
Yes.
you sleep on your floor every day.
Mm.
Every night. Why don't you sleep on your bed?
I don't know.
Grandma Judy's own gave him a bunk bed.
Yeah, you have two beds to choose from, and
Yeah.
you choose the floor.
His top bunk is clutter, stuffed animal clutter.
I think it's hot on my bed.
Okay.
I think for viewing his TV,
Yeah.
the floor
Oh, is this what it is?
is optimal.
That's pretty... Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why.
All
Okay.
right. Well, we're gonna get you a haircut tomorrow, Lynn. Are you excited about that?
No, I'm scared.
Gosh.
I'm taking
Scared
him to,
like you're scared of a grasshopper.
I'm taking him to Great Clips.
We're also going to take you and get you some shoes.
Shoes.
Yay.
Yeah. Do you need any clothes? Any shirts?
No, but I'm gonna do my laundry today because I have
Ooh.
nothing.
Awesome.
It's almost 6 p.m. You better get on that.
He's only been awake for 4 hours.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I don't want to push you.
His 6 p.m. is your 9 a.m.
Me and Mommy will be in bed by 8:30. Okay. Alrighty. Well, Lennox, thanks for coming on. Do you have anything you want to plug? What's your TikTok? What's your Truth Social? What's your Discord? Any cults? Do you want to plug anything? Where can people find you on the internet?
Nowhere.
Do you have
'Cause I
anything?
deleted TikTok.
Oh, you finally deleted toxic TikTok.
Yes, Queen.
Why?
I haven't gotten it back since I got a new phone. I don't plan on getting it back.
Is there anything you want to say to your fans?
No.
All right.
Well, I love you. We love you. I hope you have a good day today and tomorrow.
Okay, bye.
Okay, hi.
Bye.
And oop.
Okay, let's do Riva's stuff.
Yes.
Yes, queen. What was that?
Ooper.
Shut your ass, boy. Whipper, you want to plug where people can find you on Feline Tinder?
Pooper's on Grindr.
No square.
No square dot.
I'm gonna put him up here.
Ew.
What a dumb cat.
He's dumb, but he's beautiful. just give him his treat.
Got it.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Okay, so we were at our condo pool and we met a mom and a boy, and the boy was friends with Lennox.
The boy said, "Hey, are you Lennox?"
Yeah.
After we'd been swimming for a few minutes. Turns out they go to the same school.
That's what I would say if I saw Mr. Beast. I'd be like, "Hey, are you Mr. Beast?"
It's a good opening line.
Yeah.
And then turns out they were also at the same summer camp.
Yeah.
The sports camp that we signed our son up for. So, yeah. Turns out he lives here at our condo complex.
You began chatting with the mom,
Uh-huh.
Susan. Son name's Jacob. And it was a pleasant exchange.
Yeah.
But you failed to turn Susan into a friend.
Well,
And that's the complication that continues to vex us.
Yes. When we got home, I said to you, so we chatted.
Yeah.
This woman and her son, who's our son's age, lives here.
Mm-hmm.
How do you go from a neighbor acquaintance to a friendship?
It's very hard.
It is hard. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we chatted quite a bit.
Yeah.
She was super friendly.
Yeah.
Um,
She was a good time. She's, from what we learned, she's living with her mom and Jacob.
a cat and a dog.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, we have a cat.
What?
There's a connection.
Yeah. Swipe right on friend Tinder.
But you were like, well, you didn't ask her for her Instagram
I
or
know.
her Snapchat, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It's hard.
Wouldn't it be weird if you meet someone and then, like, that same meeting, they're like, hey, what's your Instagram? Or is that normal?
I think that's normal.
Is it?
Yes.
I'm so out of it. I have no idea how to socialize.
I know. Same. You gotta, and I'll be right behind you. Very brave. But you need to take the lead. You'll be my lead blocker. You need to slide into her DMs and say, come over for a drink. Or two. Or for some meatloaf. Or anything, friend.
Come be on the pod.
Yeah.
Huh?
Booker.
Okay.
Well, we've talked about, like, having our little unit, our friends. Andrew, who helped us with the saw.
Yeah.
Why do we need... We needed... Oh, we threw out a ton of stuff.
We were cleaning out our garage.
Our annex.
Yeah. And we had a ton of crap that was too big to fit into your car. So
Yeah.
Andrew helpfully had a saw.
Yeah.
And
Well, I walked
cut stuff
over there
in
and I
half.
said, hey, do you have a saw? And he said, well, funny that you mentioned that. My sister bought a saw, like an industrial saw, a powered saw, from a garage sale last weekend. And here it sits in our garage. And I was like, well, holy shit. But yeah, we need to invite them. We need to invite both Debbies.
Yes.
Debbie with the drunk daughter Debbie, and then Debbie with the boyfriend who gardens Debbie.
Yes.
And then who else are our friends?
The
The Asian lady with the dogs.
Asian lady with the dogs at the very end.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea. who lives around us.
Me neither.
Can be Brown?
Can be Brown.
Susan and Jacob.
Yes. We need to do something.
How do neighbors become friends?
I don't know.
Is it okay?
I think alcohol is involved. It has to be alcohol and or food.
And whose responsibility is it? Well, we've been here now 2+ years, but is it on us, the new people, to introduce ourselves? Is it on the older people who have been here, the residents who have been here, to welcome us?
No. Well, that hasn't happened. It's been 2+ years. So I think next time we see Susan, you see Susan, throw it out there. Hey, Susie.
Hey,
Susie
Susie.
Q. Hey, girl. Come over for beer and meatloaf, which is my
beer and meatloaf. Yes.
My proposition to Joe Coons.
Well, it didn't work for Joe. It might work for our neighbors.
Right. Well, she's a lot closer. But yeah, let's turn that.
Okay. Listen, I'm a hostess.
Yeah.
I'm the hostess with the mostest.
You are. You're domestic goddess.
I want to bake and cook for these people. I want to give them some Michelob Ultra beers.
I'm not one of these people, but I want to be baked and cooked for Honey. And I love when you bake and cook for me / us. Lennox and Luna love it. The other night, it was a weeknight, and we heard some sort of commotion coming from Debbie's unit, condominium. And first of all, Frankie bolted over. He was all about the tea.
He's a drama queen.
He loves the drums, yo. And then I creeped over, and I'm trying to hide behind the wall, poking my head out in the window.
Right, our dining room windows are a direct view to Debbie's front door and front room windows.
Oh yeah.
And we're how many feet? 30 feet across from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have a perfect view into what's happening at her house.
It's better than front row and center to Dierks Bentley or whatever, or a Beyonce concert. But so we hear some sort of ruckus, rigmarole coming from over there. Frankie darts over there. I come over there, and then I see something's happening, and I go and grab you. I'm like, come here, come check this shit out. But Debbie's daughter was locked out. I don't know why Debbie locks her own daughter out. Because she's a drunk and she comes home with her idiot friends at 1 a.m. from the bar. But it was good stuff.
Yeah, you and I were both peeking through the window. We don't want to be seen.
Yeah.
But we're trying to witness as much of this as we can. Yeah. So Debbie's drunk daughter, who, by the way, is in her 30s.
Yeah.
This isn't a teenager.
Yeah.
Or a young, early 20s girl.
Right.
Yeah. So she's out front yelling, trying to get in the front door.
Yeah. And then Debbie or whoever's inside opens the garage halfway, and then eventually the front door is open. So there wasn't much hubbub, much commotion, but it was, for a Wednesday night, it was pretty fucking entertaining. But I thought Debbie is the perfect neighbor. There's just enough drama to keep us titillated, but she's not running a crack house, and she's not running a whorehouse. It's not a brothel over there. So there's just enough stuff to keep us entertained.
That's right. We never feel uncomfortable or bothered, or there's no need to call the cops.
Yeah.
It's purely entertaining.
Yeah. Because
it's not too much, but her drunk daughter often is yelling or has a group of loud friends. We hear her relationship drama while she's on the phone with somebody.
Oh my gosh.
Because she walks back and forth in front of our window, or her windows.
She has the Bluetooth, whatever. So you hear one side of the conversation blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And sometimes at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., it'll wake me up. It'll wake Luna up. It'll wake Frankie Blue up. But in the end, it's fun.
In the end, I'm happy. I'm glad she's there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it any other way. I wouldn't want her to be gone.
It keeps things lively.
It does.
So Homeless Jesus, who we call homeless because I think he's currently temporarily experiencing homelessness.
This is a guy who lives or resides occasionally here in our condo complex.
Yeah.
We've christened him Homeless Jesus because he has long brown hair.
And he had a beard.
Yeah.
But I've seen him without the beard, but he's back with the beard. But he's not homeless. He's currently temporarily, through no fault of his own, but due to the greed and selfishness of Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk. And if he had cronyism or nepotism, he'd be running a hedge fund in Manhattan, New York City, experiencing homelessness or the unhoused. But so he was here for a while and then he was absent and now he's come back, much like the birds who migrate south.
Yes, exactly.
But so he has a Volkswagen van and it's parked on the street. And I don't know much, honey, but I can observe and I see that I look at his van and there's lots of plumbing. Like there's many pipes going on.
Yeah. So like it has a lot of hookups. So like for maybe he has a toilet in there or a little shower.
Right. Sewer. So that's happening on his van. There's like 5 different plumbing connections. Another thing is that his van has curtains.
Yes.
Across the side windows and the front windows.
And they're very fun. They're like floral 70s style.
Well, peace and love, man. Yeah. Jerry Garcia, Grateful Dead, am I right? Another thing is that I noticed he parks on the condo side of the street. Is that South River or South Bear or something? Berry Creek?
Something.
The street out near our condo, just adjacent to our condo. He parks on the condo side. He doesn't park on the side of the homes, the residences, because we're in a condo complex, but we live across the street from nice homes that are $600,000-$700,000. So I think if he would park in front of a home, then they could be like, "Hey, Popo, hey, Code, hey, whatever, come get this currently temporarily experiencing homelessness gentleman out of our hair." But because he's on our side, like a lot of residents park on the street.
Yeah.
So I think that's how he keeps his cover. But he's back. And is there some sort of like HOA? Like someone's providing him refuge. If he pays $50 a month to take a shower and go to the bathroom once a day, is that okay?
He's not breaking any laws or doing anything wrong.
Or is he?
Well, that we know of.
What about YOLO Code?
So he parks on the street. His van is here for a couple months at a time, and then it disappears for a couple months, and then it's back. Yeah. So we think that somebody here is giving him room and board or a shower. Yeah. And then he goes road tripping for a couple months.
But while he's on our street, are you okay with that? Do you...
You know what? His van is pretty clean, and it doesn't look like it's full of junk.
Yeah, it's not a Winnebago that is completely bombed out, that doesn't run and has crap piled from the bottom to the top on the front windows.
I'm okay with it as long as he's not harassing or doing anything wrong.
Homeless Jesus does not harass.
Does he walk around and teach and preach?
Does he wear a bathrobe like Lennox wears a blanket? Well, like HOA, our condominium complex, Riva, has very strict rules and regulations about renters. Like, it's not allowed to have 25% above renters because we want most people to be homeowners. Everyone's on the up and up and everything. So is he a renter? Is someone providing him safe harbor?
Yeah, maybe he owns a place here. But he's just like...
Highly doubt it.
Maybe he's just a free-spirited, wild-hearted traveler.
Yeah. Like Chef Adam on Below Deck who
honestly,
lives in a van.
Like, I relate. I want to own an RV, and I want to, like, my dream retirement is owning an RV and, like, road tripping around the United States. I think that sounds great. And then we could come back to our condos and reside for a couple months and then plan our next journey, honey.
That is not my retirement ideal. The biggest mark against him is that he's a poor parallel parker. So this entire week, his Volkswagen van, the nose, the front, the bumper has been sticking out onto the street.
Yes.
It's very noticeable. It's very like he could fix it.
Yeah.
He could fix it because people are moving in and out of there all the time, but he continues to defy the laws of society. And his front bumper is in the middle of the street. He's a terrible parallel parker, and that's worse than being currently temporarily homeless. What do we do about that?
Put a Post-it note on his window.
Yeah.
Learn how to park, asshole.
Fucker.
Jeez. Also, who is providing you shelter while we're at it?
Yeah.
Call me. Here's my number.
Yeah. You saw him. You were in a Via, which is the West Sacramento Uber, and you saw him on Jefferson headed towards wherever you were.
Yes. I was in my Uber.
He was driving. You were in an Uber.
I was in my Uber, and we were behind this white van, and I was like, oh my goodness. It was like seeing a celebrity. I was like, is that homeless Jesus?
Can I get a selfie? Homeless HJ? Homeless Jesus?
And then my Uber pulled, changed lanes, so we were side by side, and I saw a dent in the back, and I was like, homeless Jesus has a dent. Yeah. And then we proceeded to pull up a little bit closer. So we were side by side. I looked over. There he is in the flesh driving. I was like, oh my gosh, it's him. It's so exciting. I texted you right away.
I know.
I see him. He's on the move.
I was like, I want to see his dent too. I want to be out there with him. Is he a celebrity? I think it's okay that he's over there and that he's living his life, and it's not like a tent.
Right.
And I drive around Sacramento all the time, and I see tents as far as the eye can see. You spilled some frosty beverage on your chest.
I sure did.
But in the end, I would prefer him to not be around. What about our property value, honey?
Yeah.
Well, I think if we let this slide, and we've let this slide, we, being everyone around here, we let this slide. What's next? 19 tents in front of our condominium?
You know, he toes the line just so.
Yeah.
So there's really nothing for us to complain about. He's not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
So we have nothing to address or complain about.
Yeah.
So he knows what he's doing, and we just have to live with it, and it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not as bothered by this as you are.
I'm bothered.
I know you are.
Well, I'm bothered at the slippery slope. Homeless Jesus. Okay. Well, go somewhere else. Go back to Sacramento County. Leave Yolo County. Leave our streets. Where does he go for when he migrates or whatever?
Maybe he has a girlfriend.
And parks on her street.
Maybe he has 2 girlfriends. One here, who he showers and resides with.
Yeah.
And then he goes to his other secret family down in Southern California.
He's got his side chick, Southern California side chick. So our condo recently did HOA elections.
Yes, a very heated debate and debacle.
Our podcast had wall-to-wall team coverage of these elections. It was 4 people running for 3 positions.
Right.
And 3 of the 4 had formed a quorum. And define a quorum, honey. How would you describe a quorum?
I only know the word quorum in the Mormon sense. Because the Mormon
Did
church...
you say Mormon sense?
Yeah, the Mormon world, they have a quorum.
Yeah.
And it's like a group of leaders, presiding leaders.
Yeah.
But Kathy Bailey kept saying this word quorum.
Yeah.
And I was like, what does this mean outside of the Mormon church? I have no idea.
Yeah. So
I guess it's like a group of presiding head people, decision makers.
It was 3 people on a team, and then 1 person not on the quorum.
The outlier.
Those 3 people were aiming for the 3 open positions, and then the outlier was the 4th person trying to weasel his way in. And breaking news, hashtag breaking news, live team coverage. The quorum was Maurice Thomas, a.k.a. Moto, Denise Quinnell, DQ, Dairy Queen.
Denise Quinnell, DQ.
And Kathy Bailey,
KB.
We stand for, we love, we campaign, we endorse.
We did vote for KB.
Yeah. It was those 3, and they were like pushing out Kazi's Shukis.
Kazis was the 4th person running.
Candidate, yeah.
Yeah, and the 3 people, Denise, Kathy, and Maurice, were campaigning together. Propaganda, they were making flyers and taping them to every single door and garbage can. By the way, trash, clutter, I don't appreciate that.
Yeah.
And just promoting themselves. No mention of Kazis.
Yeah. It's very bizarre. Like,
I'm dying to know the backstory. Why do they hate him? Why are they excluding him? Why have these 3 come together to campaign together?
Right. It's very odd.
I deserve to know as a voter.
Yeah.
Tell me what's going on. Give me the gossip.
We need the expose. We need the January 6th hearings. So Kazis lost.
We voted for Kazis, by the way.
And Kathy Bailey and Moto.
Yeah, we did not vote for Denise, who was a part of the quorum.
Right. So we split.
We were trying to split the quorum.
We're not one of these people out here who are like one party, all Republican or all Democrat.
Right.
We're centrists or something. But so the results came out a few days ago, and the 3 on the quorum won. Kazi's lost. So right away I thought, is there election fraud happening? Like how they do the Oscars voting. They give it to some big accounting firm like
Price Waterhouse
Cooper. Thank you. And then it's supposedly an unbiased entity, and there's no hijinks or shenanigans happening here. So in our HOA thing, is that what happened, or was Denise Quinnell counting the votes?
I want to recount.
Wait a second.
Kathy Bailey.
Okay, Donald Trump.
Kathy Bailey, Denise, and Maurice won.
Yeah.
Kazis sadly lost.
Yeah.
And immediately Kathy Bailey posts on Facebook and Nextdoor, we made quorum.
Right.
In all capital. This is her post. We made quorum. And first I'm like, why are you using the word quorum?
Annoying.
What the heck does this mean?
Right. She's a Mormon.
Maybe. And second of all, like, have some sympathy for the poor little Kazis.
Right.
Poor Kazis is the one outlier.
Yeah.
And by the way, Kathy, I voted for him.
Yeah. He gave me free corn on the cob. Well, I want to know, like, the voting. Does Kathy Bailey, do they know who voted for who? Like, does Kathy Bailey know we voted for Kazis?
Right.
And is she going to hold it against us? Does she hate us?
Kathy.
Is she going to freeze us out of any stucco repair in the future? I don't know. I need full transparency. I would say to Kazi's, do not concede, okay?
What about the hanging chads?
Moto and DQ, hashtag not my president, okay?
I know. Okay, the other thing is that all these flyers have now since gone up. Like, we made Quorum, and it's got the 3 winners.
Yeah.
And I really, I just want to take a Sharpie and do some graffiti.
Yeah.
I want to write across it, not my Quorum.
Yeah.
I demand a recount.
Yeah.
I am infuriated.
Yeah.
I'm up in arms.
Kazi's for life. Kazi's for the win. I don't have a problem with Kathy Bailey, but the other two, I know nothing about.
We don't know. Although we voted for Maurice, we know nothing.
Right. Moto.
Right.
Well, I saw him in the gym once.
Ah. Okay.
He was fit guy. Okay.
Okay.
Like, we're all out here trying our best, lifting. But I'm better looking, so I was like, he's in shape, but I'm better. And I went back and forth on Moto. Denise, DQ, Dairy Queen. A few days ago, I saw a different picture of her at a different angle, and I was like, "Oh, she's Asian. Not that it matters."
Right.
I don't see color.
She looked white.
Yeah.
In her campaign promotion.
Quorum propaganda.
Yeah, she totally looked white.
Mm-hmm.
She could have been Kathy Bailey's sister. Yeah, and then we saw her in this thing, and she looked Asian, and so it's like, whoa, this changes everything.
Yeah.
Would we have voted for her if we knew she was Asian?
I do vote Asian.
I know.
I'm very racist.
I know.
For people who don't know, I'm half Vietnamese. Okay.
You always vote Asian.
If I see a Win or a Chang or some other stereotypical Asian last name, I vote for him because well, the truth of the matter is, I don't know what the fuck is going on in most of these stupid elections in Yolo County and California and America. So why not vote Asian?
Why not?
Why not vote brown?
Well,
but is Kazi's gonna lead an insurrection, honey? Is he gonna lead a coup?
Kazis and his followers are gonna raid the rec center.
Yeah, no.
They're gonna scale the walls of the pool.
Yeah.
And the gym.
Well, I'm gonna break into Kathy Bailey's condo, and we'll be on Instagram Live the entire time. But I'll break in, and I'll put my feet up on her desk, and you'll take a picture of me, honey, and I'll wear the buffalo hat.
Okay.
It's gonna be Jan 6 all over again. Hashtag Jan 6. Yeah, there hasn't been a ton of graffiti. Okay, there's been no graffiti. Hashtag not my president in our condominium complex. But let's go to Lowe's, and they lock that stuff up, honey. They lock it up along with like how Walgreens locks up the deodorant. And Walmart locks up the baby formula. Lowe's locks up the spray paint. So we gotta get a Lowe's employee. Which good luck with that. But let's get some spray paint and let's start tagging and graffitiing for Kazi's.
Yes.
For Kazi's.
I stand Kazis.
I wanted Kazi's to win because he was different than the Quorum, than the establishment, than the elite.
Yeah. Listen, you have 4 candidates.
Yeah. 3
spots. And 3 gang up against the one outlier?
Right.
How do you not root for the underdog?
It's bullying.
So I was really disappointed that he didn't make it.
Yeah.
Although I know nothing. I know nothing about these people.
Right.
And then, the other hand, I'm thinking, Kathy, why aren't you, why should I vote for you? I have no reason to vote for you. Why?
Kathy Bailey?
All of them. All of them. The 3 Quorum people. Why don't they reach out? Why don't they befriend me? Why don't they give me some reason to vote for them?
Yeah.
And they still won.
I would agree with you on Moto and Dairy Queen, but Kathy Bailey, she's out there.
She is.
She's listened to my whining about the radio in the gym. She's always on her iPad at the pool.
She cleaned bird poop off of our wall.
Oh my God. Oh my, honey.
Honey. Okay. No.
She has us for life. That's true.
We voted for Kathy Bailey, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
But I need to know more. I need to know why you're against Kazis. I need to know why Kathy Bailey is supporting these other two people.
Yeah.
I need details.
Sounds like a 6-part documentary on Netflix is coming. I was hoping Kazis would become part of the HOA board and appoint me as a secretary of lifting.
Yeah. The gym really needs a representative.
It's very important.
Because anytime something happens in the gym, a light bulb goes out, the radio isn't working, the windows aren't closing properly.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Yeah.
Because none of these people on the Quorum, they don't lift.
Yeah.
Although you saw Moto one time.
Yeah.
But I feel like the gym is a really low priority here at our condos.
Yeah.
So you could bring that to the table.
Yeah. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger when George H.W. Bush was president. Arnold Schwarzenegger was like ambassador of health and fitness. So health and fitness, he would go to schools and be like, "You need to lift more. Is there a campfire here because your ass are like little marshmallows? Pump you up. I got that from a recent Fly in the Wall podcast.
Oh my god.
But I could have been secretary of lifting, social and athletic club.
Why don't you just straight up run for HOA?
Why don't you? Why don't we? Let's do our own quorum with Debbie's daughter.
We're the new Quorum.
New. I imagine Kazi's didn't take this news well of losing, so I think he's like in a rocking chair in a dark room in his condominium.
Should we reach out and be like, Kazis, bro, we voted for you.
Yeah.
We're here for you.
Yeah. Put the shotgun down, Kazis.
Oh my god.
You could have been my first lady, honey. What about gentrification? You are my first lady. But I mean, formally recognized in office. I could have been Donald. You could have been Melania.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I would have put Christmas trees up in the rec center, gym center.
Yeah.
And they would have been really
gaudy,
dark and foreboding.
Right. And then the internet would flip out and there'd be a backlash on Twitter. We would have welcomed gentrification into our new. Could we get a Starbucks in Riva?
I just want a Trader Joe's.
Yes.
And a Jack in the Box.
Yes.
That's all I want. Those two. Okay.
Yes. A closer Jack in the Box.
Yes. Yes.
No Kazis, no peace, honey. Yeah. I also have, if there's a quorum, there will be no decorum.
Yeah.
I'm working on these protest chants.
Well, we're going to raise hell.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Our bodies, our rights.
We're going to put on some pussy hats and we're going to make some signs and we're going to march the streets of our condominium complex.
And
So what really matters to us as voters, honey, is the pool, our condominium pool. So first off, there's kids and they're annoying, but in the end, they're kids, and yeah, they cry and they whine and they yell, and their parents disciplining them is the whole scene. But I can roll with it. I can dig it. That one particular kid, David,
our little friend David.
Right. Like his mom was screaming his name, David, because he was up to nonsense.
Yeah, this is a naughty little boy.
Yeah,
but so entertaining.
Right, he has a brother who's like a year younger, but like David is like Damien from that one horror movie, which I can't think of right now. But he's constantly causing mayhem, or as Jessica Simpson used to pronounce it, mayhem and cheese. And pushing his little brother and messing with his little brother, and it's a whole deal. It's a whole ruckus, and it's endlessly entertaining. So annoying kids, I can dig it. It's fun.
Right.
It's like watching Debbie's daughter.
Right. It's entertaining.
But there's two people we have a problem with at our pool. Loud bearded guy. Yeah. So this guy has a beard. Strike one. And he wears a trucker cap. Strike two. Okay, you're not Paris Hilton wearing a Von Dutch trucker's cap from 1998, bro. And then strike three is that he's loud. He's always talking. He's always
not just talking, mansplaining to the women who he comes with.
He's got hot takes. And these women aren't interested in him. They're like, I don't know. I don't exactly know the dynamic, but it's not good. It's bad juju.
We suspect that one is dating him, but we can't tell who.
Right.
Because he's not
a real man.
He's not like affectionate.
Like me and Moto.
With one. But he always comes.
Our cat is not affectionate either. Yes.
He always comes with these two women.
Yeah.
And one is white and one is like Hispanic or something.
Yeah.
Would you like to describe the second woman?
Yes. Well, one more thing, two more things about loud bearded guy. He's hairy. Okay, listen.
Oh, he's super hairy.
Yeah. Get married like I did with my lady. That's you, honey. And she'll shave your back whenever you ask. Okay?
For free, by the way.
Right. Takes a couple seconds. You'll be shaving my back before the Fisher family photo shoot in 2 days. And then loud bearded guy doesn't lift. Oh, it's just unforgivable. So that's him. He's annoying. And then he's with a gal. And the one I'm thinking of specifically, she wears a bathing suit with like a cleavage cut. Is that what you say? That goes from the top to her belly button. Like if you remember that infamous J-Lo dress.
Yes.
That she wore to whatever award show.
Right.
But the V cut went way down to her belly button, maybe a little beneath. And this is the gal that hangs out with loud bearded guy. And we call her Bad Cleavage Girl, BCG. Thoughts, feelings, comments, reflections, honey?
Okay. Her nips are nearly coming out.
Yeah.
Because not only does she have this really low-cut bathing suit.
Yeah.
She slouches.
Yeah.
And she always sits on the edge of the pool. She's not in the pool. She's on the edge. With her feet in. And she's slouching.
Yeah.
And her cleavage is hanging.
Yeah.
And her shoulders like nearly down to her knees.
Yeah.
And bearded guy is mansplaining to her about all of her relationship problems.
Yeah.
He goes on and on about her man, whoever's in her life currently. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Poor posture.
Very poor posture.
Bad posture, which is what bothers you the most.
Yes, because her nips, her nips, they're about to pop out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, girl, sit up.
Yeah.
Put your spine straight a bit.
Yeah.
And then you'll be more contained.
Yeah.
And then maybe this man who's mansplaining to you in the pool will respect you more.
Who doesn't lift and is hairy and wearing a trucker's cap.
Why would you listen to advice from a man in a trucker's cap?
I don't know.
Who's yelling at you about your relationships?
It's their whatever they have. It's a disaster. It's a train wreck. It's a car wreck. But if you're J-Lo at an award show, you can pull that look off. But this gal at our pool cannot pull that look off, and it's just constantly annoying. And we're at the pool and we talk and we communicate. We have a grand old time, but they're like loud about it. And then another thing is, they put their music on.
Yeah, they bring a little like Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah, And it's like, dude, we got a Mix 96, which, okay, is 20 minutes of Ed Sheeran and 20 minutes of Maroon 5 and then 20 minutes of ads. But there's a radio that appeals to the masses. And you don't need to come in here with your Bluetooth and your Drake and your Jack Harlow nonsense. Okay, we get it. You like hip-hop, and so do I. But there's kids here. I take care of my kids. And let's put on some Ed Sheeran, bearded guy. Yeah, their whole deal. It's so annoying. Like when we're at the pool, we're hanging, we're chilling, we're having it's the vibe, as they say on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok. We're having a grand old time, but once bearded guy and bad cleavage gal shows up, within like 20 minutes, we're like, all right, we're
seriously. And then their third wheel, who I suspect is bearded guy's girlfriend.
Yeah.
She's just like to the side. She chuckles.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, get your man in order here.
Yeah.
Rein him in. Why is he mansplaining and yelling at your friend here?
Yeah. And they're drinking. They're drinking alcohol.
Yeah, they always bring alcohol.
Yeah, which is fine.
That's fine, sure.
But it amplifies their behavior. Like they suddenly have hot takes on their lives and women and men and love, and it's like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you're so annoying. Just get a podcast like me and you, honey.
Yeah.
And have a beer or two. Alrighty. Well, are we done, honey?
Yes.
Alrighty. We talked about the quorum. We talked about the annoying people at the pool.
Yes.
Homeless Jesus.
Yes.
Alrighty. Well, that's the end of the program. It's been fun, but not really. Let's all try a little harder next time. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, review, and rate. Or don't. Do whatever you want. You're a grown-up. Make your own decisions. Do what's best for your family. Please be sure to use our promo code for BetterHelp. We don't have a promo code for BetterHelp. Goodbye, my podcast friends. I love you. My wife and I love you. We hope you have a good day today and tomorrow. And sure, I may have said that a hairy guy who doesn't lift is a bad person. I'm a hairy guy who does lift, honey. See, the lift, non-lifting.
And I shave you, and you shave you on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So you're only occasionally hairy, honey.
Yeah, why doesn't he get cleavage, bad posture gal to shave him?
Right.
It's very easy.
Uh-huh.
These Mach 3 blades, okay?
Okay.
You ever hear of Gillette? But I'm still a good person, and we're still good people. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. I hope you have a wonderful day/night. Bye-bye. All right. What do we have for food?
You have to hit the space button, don't you?
Sure.
Space button. Space. Bar.
But we're not doing DoorDash. Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest was on 40 minutes ago.
Hit the space bar.
Hey,
Why not?
ASMR.
ASMR.
Where do you want DoorDash from? And don't say McDonald's.
Don't say Del Taco.
Don't say Taco Bell.
Okay, bye.
No! Pizza. Spring roll.
We have a photo shoot.
Spring rolls.
No. I don't want DoorDash.
Okay.
We have food.
McDonald's.
That was in the options to not.
Panda Express.
Donuts. Baskin Robbins.
How about we love each other?
I'm so hungry.
I know.
So am I.
What are we going to watch?
Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, if you want to finish that.
That's not out yet.
Yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, it is. I was watching it earlier.
Oh, wait.
I thought you said Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Two. There's a second one coming.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
John Camp is very excited about it.
I could make us quesadillas. We have eggs.
Yeah. What's on track?
I don't know.
We have beans. We have...
Beans. Alrighty.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
And oop.
We got chicken.
Is that crispy, juicy tender? I can't eat no longer.